Hello and welcome to the next episode of Frog Tips. In this video I want to show you something. In general, I have an idea about how to make the frog tip videos, because normally making any kind of videos absorbs a lot of time, so it's a little hard for me when I'm working on a gun and I'm in a hurry, for example, to record something in the background. So instead of making these deep detailed videos, I will be making more of these like few minute videos when I'm showing some issue and how to solve it. And this is the first one in this style, so let's do it. Today we will look at the HK417 and SR25 bolt carrier groups from the VFC. The issue is that sometimes you can have muzzle velocity or energy differences and you might not really know what's going on, or you might get a pretty random hop-up behavior and you cannot identify the cause. So I will show you one of the probable causes. Actually, I recommend every owner of SR25 or HK417 do what I'm about to do now, because this will not impair any function, and in any case this will prevent some damage. Even if your gun is fully okay, you might want to do it, and it's pretty simple. I will demonstrate this particular issue on an older type of the hop-up chamber from HK417, but in the new type with this front hop-up regulation it's one-to-one the same. So you can see the geometry of the cutout here above the chamber. There is this hop-up arm here above, and if you look from the top you will see that this arm ends further down than this wall ends, right? And in the newest chamber it's exactly the same, but this arm is a solid piece of metal. It's not made from sheet metal like this one. What does it cause? You can imagine the nozzle, which is the same for HK417 and SR25, actually it's even written here. When it goes forward, the stopping wall here is this wall. Yeah? So in my case, I cannot push the nozzle to the very end because it hits with this front rim here on the top against this arm for the hop-up. Yeah? And this causes random behavior because sometimes it will catch, sometimes it will leave an imprint, sometimes it will crush the nozzle, sometimes it can be jammed because the hop-up arm will go inside the nozzle, so there is some random behavior. If you did not notice that this happens, probably you have so much hop-up that this arm goes down so much that the nozzle doesn't strike it, but I already know some guns which strikes those arms and cause the issues. Yeah, to be safe it's better always to improve that. How to do it? Basically this is made of plastic, so it's very simple. You just need to add a cutout here. You can do it with simple knife, so that when the nozzle goes all the way to the front it does not hit against the hop-up arm. And I have such a bolt carrier here. You can see it was modified. There is a cutout here on the top. It does not have to be big, it does not impair any function. How I did it, I just took the knife, I cut in and then I scrape it off. And there is a chamfer on the inside here, maybe you can see this. There is a little chamfer here, so I do the depth to the bottom of that chamfer around. And in your case it might be not enough, it might be enough. Just try and make sure that this collision does not occur. So I have modified bolt carrier group from the M110. I have an unmodified one, also the one for HK417. Basically, apart from the looks, it's exactly the same. You can see here this front face is perfectly flat. Here you can see the same, and here you can see I made a cutout already. You can see right now there is this groove. So what I'm about to do, I'm gonna apply these to these other two bolt carrier groups I have here for the guns I'm working on. When doing this cutout, just make sure that it's big enough, because obviously there is some clearance. It cannot be fitted perfectly because there is movement. The bolt carrier group can go sideways or whatever and hit this arm again. So just make sure the cutout is big enough, and this could be a solution to your problems. So thank you, and see you in the next episode of whatever I will be uploading.